Hyundai did it. Hyundai finally did it. After years of almost but not quite turning the Veloster into a proper hot hatch, Hyundai has finally done it. Behind me is the 2019 Hyundai Veloster N. It's pretty much the hot hatch you expect it to be. But the Veloster is facing some stiff competition from big names like the Honda Civic Type R, the Volkswagen GTI, and to a certain extent, the Subaru WRX and STI. But the question is, how well does the Veloster N stack up against the competition? Let's take it for a drive. When you sit in the Veloster N and start it up for the first time, the first thing you'll notice is that Hyundai has taken building a legit hot hatch very, very seriously. When you look at what the Veloster was when it first came out around 2012, 2013, it had the potential to become something good. And then around 2016, Hyundai came out with the Veloster Rally Edition, and that gave it, special matte paint, bigger wheels, stickier tires, and that's the closest it's ever come to being a legit hot hatch. But it still fell short. That is not the case with the Veloster N. This is a clean sheet, and we owe a lot of that to Albert Biermann. It's because he used to be the head of BMW's M division. Now, Hyundai has poached him as the head of the N division. Yeah, make all the jokes you want, but that hard work, that expertise has definitely paid off. The Veloster N is fast, and that's putting it mildly. The 2-liter Turbo 4 puts out 275 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, and that's hooked up to a 6-speed manual. Yeah, it's front-wheel drive, but Hyundai has also fitted the Veloster N with an electronic limited slip diff, as well as a bunch of other suspension and chassis upgrades to make it stiffer and handle better. The car also rides on 19-inch Pirelli P0 summer tires, and just the whole overall package just comes together so nicely. Now, you can flip the car into various drive modes. You have normal, sport, eco. You also have N mode and N custom. That basically turns the car up to 11. You get more exhaust, you get more steering weight. It really does wake up the car. The one thing you'll notice, especially compared to the Civic Type R, is that there's a bit more drama in the Veloster. You have more engine noise, you have a better sounding exhaust. But the Veloster N isn't really about going fast in a straight line. It also handles well despite its front-wheel drive architecture. Corner is very flat. The steering has excellent weight, excellent feedback, even in normal mode. Of course, if you flip it into sport or N mode, there's a bit more weight, but it isn't overly heavy. The hard work paid off. Poaching Albert Biermann paid off. And all this for under $35,000? Well, it's a Hyundai. Were you not expecting incredible value? When you boil it down, the Veloster N might be Hyundai's first shot at building a legit hot hatch, but Hyundai has all but perfected the recipe. Sure, the interior doesn't really live up to the Golf GTI, for instance, but the performance is just spot on. It's fast, it grips incredibly well, and the shifter is an absolute work of art. As Hyundai's first attempt at building a legit hot hatch, they knocked it out of the park. For Driving.ca, I'm Nick Trajanis.